Hi there. I am going to do a review for the War of the Worlds 2005, directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Tom Cruise. This movie is a curious movie. It's got some interesting sequences in it, but it does seem to get bogged down in certain areas. It's an alien invasion story involving Tom Cruise and um, his kids that are trying to find their way back. His ex-wife has dropped off the kids for the weekend, and he's got to take care of them. And all the while this happens, an alien invasion happens. It was amazing. The um, the movie is decent. It's got some controversies, mostly involving one particular character, but it's not too bad. I don't think it's remembered quite as well as some people would like it to be remembered for. It's it's got a lot of good sequences in it. The tripods are faithful. This movie was inspired by the 1898 novel by H.G. Wells, so of course it's got the tripods in it, and those tripods are fairly faithful to the book's tripods with bendy legs and everything else. They are lacking one critical feature, which is the black smoke, but I guess they had time issues with that or a script issue with that. They decided not to put it in there. But yeah, it works out. Good sequences. The tripods are busting out of the ground in this movie. They're not landing there per se. Instead, they come down in lightning capsules, and the tripods bust to the ground and start zapping everybody. And it's got some good stuff in it. The start of the film, kids are being dropped off for the weekend, and at first all is good, and then the lightning storms hit, and Ray finds out that there's a big crack in the ground down the street, and this sets off the wave. And of course, there's about 5 seconds of buildup of fear or bewilderment of aliens existing, and then they start zapping everybody, and that's when everybody's realizing, oh, we're in trouble. Um, I think this movie's got certain pacing and editing issues, but I don't know. I guess it's almost like he was in a time crunch when he was doing it. But you got lots of little good sequences. The tripods busting up above the ground is a good sequence, and then them spending time up at the ex-wife's house is decent sequences. We also get good exposition dumps here and there. Um, the tripods in this movie are a little different than in the book. They have shields on them, so the modern human militaries are not apparently not doing so hard. This is an exposition dump where he meets a reporter and tells him all about it. Um, and there's other good sequences too. Um, they get to a ferry crossing at the Hudson, assuming the Hudson River, and it's a nice sequence, but the movie jumps. The movie jumps from scene to scene, area to area. It kind of moves, and then it sits down and says, "We're going to do something here." Happens throughout the film, and basically, one of the sequences I think people wish was a little bit longer was the military sequence. I think a lot of people wish this was more like Independence Day, where you have this elaborate military response. Instead, this movie's very much like the book, where it's from one character's perspective of the world of things going wrong. But yeah, I mean, from the ferry crossing to the rather to everything else, it's they sit in the spot. Um, the biggest controversy I think of this movie is that Robbie he gets this weird desire to join the military and fight the tripods. He hasn't seen the tripods. He's never seen the aliens, and yet he still wants to fight the tripods. He still wants to deal with the war, even though he hasn't seen anything. All they've seen is a rear view mirror account of alien destruction porn, and that's about all we get. before the next scene is like they get a random scene along a river area where you get the military showing up and driving by. And not sure where the military is going or why they're going there. It's already been mentioned that the aliens are impervious to our weapons, so I'm not sure what the military is actually doing, but they show them. And then there's a nice elaborate sequence trying to show the military fighting the tripods, although everything is beyond the hill, so you can't really see anything. And I'm not sure if there was a timing issue, they just couldn't show it. I've heard rumors that there was a sequence shot and it just never got displayed. And this is where the movie has a problem, is because Robbie wants to join the military, so he goes over top the hill. I mean, Ray should have been fine, except that Robbie decides he wants to join the military. So in this long, extended sequence of Ray begging Robbie to not go over the hill, Rachel's about to be taken away by some people. It's really abrupt. The whole military response is abrupt because, I don't know, the military is obviously not doing well, and they tell everybody that. And then we drop to other sequences. But yeah, it's got some problems in it. The basement sequences that happen in the movie are kind of reminiscent of what happens in the book. But and you get and the character Ogilvy from the book does show up, although I don't think he's very much like the book counterpart. But this guy is there. And this is the spots where they show the red weed. This is the spots where they show humans, aliens sucking our blood and basically using us for fertilizer. Although I don't know why they're vaporizing us and then using us for fertilizer, but it's happening, so that's what we run with. And you get a lot of other weird stuff, but all in all, it's not too bad of a movie. It ends slightly different than the book. In the book, it's it's a Earth pathogens, bacteria and viruses that defeat the aliens. Everything that can infect you invades them. This was basically what is it? Just a way for the aliens to die in the book, because you couldn't have the aliens curb stomping humanity in 1898. So yeah. It's different. In this, they get curb stomped in largely the same way, but as the shields go down and the military attacks them, and this time it works, but it's because of pathogens. But yeah, I don't know. The modern day retelling sort of fits with the mold, except for that it's the United States instead of the United Kingdom, so in a way it doesn't work all that well. There's no real defined reason for the aliens to be on Earth, because the reasoning, the whole book was all about British imperialism, and whereas in this one there's not quite as a straight line narrative for what the aliens represent. It's just they're attacking, so I guess it's just a modern day concept of aliens attacking us and we're fighting back. All in all, not too bad a movie. It's got some good stuff in it, but it kind of runs into problems in a lot of areas. There's certain things missing from the movie, like the black smoke is missing, but I wasn't expecting them to have everything in there. It works out in the end. It's not too bad of a movie. Robbie shows up at the end randomly. He supposedly survived. That's the biggest controversy it generated, because Robbie is an idiot. And then Rachel, apparently, don't know why she's written as a whiny, screamy kid. There doesn't seem to be a lot of reasons for her to be like that, other than the fact that they wanted to write her that way. I don't know. But yeah, it's not too bad of a movie. I don't know. I like it well enough. It's not as well received as some of the other movies of the time that came out. Certainly not like Independence Day. But yeah, there it is. There's War of the Worlds 2005.